Happy. Today on 2 plus 2 Bap Mokya. 10 reasons why you should not come to Korea. Bap Mokya. I love Korea. And so do I. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. To me, it's the best country in the world. But, Bap Mokya. Not for everyone. Here are 10 reasons why you should not come to Korea. Food. Korean food is amazing. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. But, if you can't, or you don't, eat meat. Or if you have a problem with spicy food. Happy. You should probably think a little bit harder before coming here. Number 2 is a two-parter. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. First. If you don't like alcohol, Korea is going to be rough for you. Alcohol is a very important part of the social culture in Korea. Coworkers go and eat and drink a lot together at big company meals called weshik. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. And if you hang out with friends, copious amounts of soju and beer are going to be consumed. KKKKKKK. Don't even get me started about drinking with girls. Happy. Or guys. CCCCCC. Secondly, if you can't handle your alcohol either, don't come. Because there's so much alcohol involved when socializing, if you have any destructive tendencies. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. Like you get into fights or you break stuff when you're drunk. Happy. Don't come. Also, if you can't control the amount you drink. Like you overdrink every single time you go out. Happy. Don't come. PPPPPPP. You'll embarrass yourself. You'll embarrass your friends. And you'll reinforce negative stereotypes about foreigners. It gets hot. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. And very very humid. FFFFFFFF. We're talking about 24/7, air conditioner on type of weather. You walk outside, you may as well have just jumped inside a swimming pool. Happy. It also gets cold. GGGGGGGG. Wind chill, ice, snow, sleet, you're going to have everything chucked at you. Ooh. So, if you can't adapt quickly to these types of extreme temperatures, KKKKKK. Don't come. Because you're going to have a miserable time. Bap Mokya. Plus, summer and winter are the longest seasons here as well. Spring and autumn are so short they may as well only be 2 weeks. Seoul is a city of 10 million people. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. It's going to be crowded. So if you kind of get a bit annoyed when someone bumps into you, nudges you, maybe pushes you a little bit from time to time, NNNNNNN. Stay away. Happy. Sometimes you'll literally be sandwiched between two sweaty bodies. Sweaty bodies. Sweaty bodies. Bap Mokya. If you don't like attention, good or bad, don't buy that ticket. Happy. This is especially true if you're not physically East Asian. DDDDDDD. But, if you fit the Korean standard of beauty, Bap Mokya, you're going to be showered in attention. Happy. People will tell you that you're good looking. VVVVVV. People will fawn over you. Happy. And sometimes, you'll even be stared at on the streets. Why? You'll be like a mini celebrity anywhere you go. On the flip side, if you don't fit the Korean standard of beauty, you're going to have a rough time. While there are a lot of very nice and kind people in Korea, there are also some not so nice people and they're very vocal. Which leads us to our next point. Bap Mokya. If you don't have thick skin, you're going to hate it here. PPPPPPP. From time to time, coming from foreigners and Koreans, you're going to hear things that might hurt you. They're not trying to hurt you, but they will vocally criticize you. For example, they'll tell you when you've gained weight. Also, You're probably going to see and hear things that you strongly disagree with, things that may be completely different from what you're used to back home. If you're really sensitive or you care a lot about what other people think of you, even if they're strangers, FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. You probably shouldn't come. Now. If you're a chronic complainer, you better not come here. BBBBB. You have problems with your home country? Happy. Want to escape it a little bit? Korea's going to be even worse for you. You'll be going through culture shock. You're going to be experiencing diet changes. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. But most of all, you'll be an outsider. You're going to have a lot to complain about if you're that type of person. DDDD. So if you are that kind of person, don't come. Either shut up and adapt, or just don't bother. Happy. These last 3 points are very dear to our hearts, so things are going to get a little bit explicit from here on out. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. If you're expecting some $5 sucky sh*t, then stay the f*ck away. HHHHH. If you think the women here are going to be easy, if you think they're going to worship you and fawn all over you just because you're a foreigner, stay the fuck away. Bap Mokya. You're going to have a terrible time. You and your exotic submissive Asian fantasies come crashing down around your sleazy ass. Happy. We often hear some foreign guys complaining about Korean women are B*tches. But she's not a B*tch just because she won't sleep with you the first night. Get the fuck out. If you have some sort of English superior language complex, then Korea is not the place for you. This bothers me on a personal level. English is not as important as you think it is. This is especially true for the average Korean. They don't use it on a day-to-day basis. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. Happy. Pretty much the only times they'll need to use English is to communicate with people like us or during international business meetings. In fact, it's probably more beneficial for Chinese to be Korea's second language. Don't be that *SSH**l that thinks all Koreans should know English, just to help your ass get to the next McDonald's. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. You should be the one frustrated with yourself for being too lazy to learn the host country's language. Last but not least, if you're a duck, stay the fuck away. Whether you like it or not, you're an ambassador for all other foreigners that look like you. If you're white, you're representing all white people from all Western countries. Black, brown, red, yellow, orange, green, blue, purple, it doesn't matter. If you look like them, you're representing them at that moment. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. Bap Mokya. So please. I beg you, if you're just going to come and cause trouble and ruin it for every else who wants to live here, stay the f*ck away. Don't come. Just don't come. Thank you very much for joining us on this episode of 2+2. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. If you have more to add to this list, please put it in the comments. Like the video. Share it with everybody you know. Subscribe. And if you do subscribe, click the gear icon. FFFFFFF. BBBBBBB. NNNNN. And check the box so you'll get notifications for all also videos. Stick around for a sneak peek of the next episode coming up right now.